No, it's too late to do anything about this year's taxes, out the way till you get your assessment
Right.
for next year. And then you can fight that.
And they said, well, I can't. Most understand, right? Yeah, I can't have any research right down the street at all.
Yeah.
So Madison is good.
He's gonna cost trouble, yes.
That should be great.
You had a lot on that little table though, somewhere.
Yeah. Sit back here and glare.
All right, I have 6:30, so I make a motion to call the meeting to order.
I second.
Make a motion to dispense the reading of the minutes and accept them as they are.
Second.
A couple of things one thing that we heard from last month was what's the medication? The Narcan. Yeah, the Narcan box, to be attached to the outside of the town hall where it would be seen by the cameras. And we didn't vote because Brad wasn't here and we wanted to make sure he had an opportunity to listen to the meetings last month or if he had any questions to ask now.
I do have a couple of questions, but the way I understand it, we don't have to fund this.
No, yeah, it's all, so I have a grant through the Drug Free Coalition of Tippecanoe County, and a part of my, grant goals is to expand into Dayton, Clarksville, Battle Ground, and Mount Morency. And so I got funding to purchase the boxes, and then Overdose Lifeline is an Indiana organization that's a non-for-profit that provides naloxone to anybody in Indiana, but specifically the Indiana Department of Health, who the health department works for to get our doses.
Okay, now, one thing we have, I can't say we have a lot of trouble with, but we do have trouble with our kids.
Yes, that was brought up in that meeting too.
Getting into that, now, if a kid gets into it, and sprays it up another kid's
Right.
nose or something, what?
Actually, nothing will happen. I have a dose in my car. I'd rather not use it, but I can give it to myself I can go out and give it to myself right now. I just think that's kind of wasted resources. And if somebody isn't suffering from an opiate overdose, then the medication won't work. So it's actually just a really good front line to have just in your tool belt if you are CPR certified or somebody who would perform CPR on a community member anyway, because that is something in the first step of your toolkit that you could use because you don't really know when somebody's unresponsive what's truly going on.
And, there was something else I wanted to ask. Where are we gonna, where's the ideal place to put this?
Well, we had discussed originally the fire station, because I actually work with Morgan Street, and she got me into contact with the fire chief. I think that's who it is. But then we had discussed that there was some vandalism maybe with the pop machine. at the fire station, so that might not be a good way, and so the town, like the town hall meeting decided that maybe it would be better if it was like in the public eye, so if they knew cameras were pointing at it, people wouldn't necessarily vandalize it. Naloxone is available, I host specifically for the Tiffany County Health Department 12 boxes in Tiffany County that I go around and fill every week if needed, or more if needed. And I haven't gotten reports of vandalism really. Most of the time, they just see tip, and I have to fill it up more often than I had anticipated. You know, actually do weekly would be ideal, but some organizations, just depending on where they're located, like our city bus station, I find myself sending doses to get filled there often. So, I mean, it just kind of depends, but that was brought up, like the vandalism was totally brought up.
And it's not a very big box. It is.
No, I brought it with me.
Yeah.
Because I thought it's always good to have a visual. Some people install it on a building, some people install it on like a post as like a sign, a parking sign, but this is what it is. You just install in the sun.
We were thinking like around where the little library is.
Just to the left of it, don't go too far to the left of it, a little left of it, you have 2 camera angles all the time on it.
Yeah.
I would really prefer it inside town hall, but if the access one's faster and easier, you know, so.
Well, I don't know if the people that would actually need it would go in and ask for it, you know.
That's true. I mean, it's the barrier of like hours and town hall is closed on certain times. I mean, if that's something that the town is interested in, I don't want to cut off, like, I can do a bowl of naloxone in the town hall, but I do agree with you that I think that would limit people from actually, like, maybe going and getting it, even though it's already on camera. There's, that's where the Black Battleground Police Department was thinking about putting theirs.
I guess the thing that concerns me personally, I haven't talked with these two about it yet, but is, like the people abusing it, you know, like, I guess taking it out and just
Right, wasting doses.
wasting it.
Yeah, I haven't, so the only issue that I've had is, and I'll remove it before, if you guys, is there's this little plastic shield that makes it smaller, but our bags fit flush without the shield. So I thought we were maybe getting like people spreading it all over in the West Lafayette Library, but it turns out it was just like, this needs to be removed, and then our bags can fit in there, and then when you open it, things don't fall out. But I really haven't had complaints. I've been in this role since 2023. But I mean, I can't speak for before those. I've been with the health department for almost a decade, and I don't remember that because I've been with the nursing division that whole decade.
I'm excited to read this wrong. My town kids or something else.
Right, and so that's another thing, like, this isn't like a signed seal, you are in the contract forever. Like, if it doesn't work after a month and you're like, actually, we don't want this, we've had a lot of things, just, she has my email and contact me and I'll come pick it up. It's no big deal. Like, it's not a forever thing. If you're like, yeah, we'd rather have that bowl, like, we're getting too many people like vandalizing, yeah, it's absolutely fine too.
What are the statistics on people needing it in Clark County?
So I haven't ran specific numbers, but the outlying counties is where we're really trying to have those access, because people are going to go into town to receive naloxone or receive a prescription from their doctor.
And the dogs carry them, and fire departments carry them, and the ambulances carry them.
Yeah, and that's,
Right, you know, I mean,
yeah, you're
to
absolutely
me
right.
personally, when you come into to us for this, it seems like, oh, you really have a need for this in your town.
No.
I just wanna know,
Yeah.
is there really a need for it?
So it wasn't like specific data that pushed me to this, it's just that we've noticed that outlying counties in the rural communities, just like every other public health initiative, sometimes they get left behind. And so we don't wanna discount a community that could use this, from receiving that.
Did you have any other questions?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna make a motion that we vote on whether to have the box attached to the side of the town hall and let the health department fill it up and monitor it, and then, you know, let us know if there's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, Scott is got the recordings that he can go back and look at, we can discover there's a problem. So, all in favor, say aye. Okay, well, one of you need to second it. The request for the vote.
I'm saying. Now, is that what you wanted?
Yeah, that's what we want. And then, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Do we need to say aye, or is it just?
It's just the three of us.
I do think it should be on a temporary basis to begin with,
Absolutely.
and, you know, if it doesn't work or it's getting abused too much,
Yeah, there's no contract involved in it.
okay.
You didn't vote?
No.
Oh, sorry, forgot the other half. All opposed, say nay. Ridiculous, horrible stuff. Okay, so then we're set to put it up. Is this something that you leave with us and our
Yeah.
maintenance guy
And
puts
tonight,
it
if
up?
that's what you guys want, absolutely.
Okay, so we'll get with Andy and see if we can get it, put up this week. We have the unsafe structure update on White Street. I have heard absolutely nothing from him. So come the 8th, I'll be able to send the information to our attorney. I'm unclear whether we can have the whole place taken down, because since it's not unsafe as far as falling over, we may just be given legal permission to seal everything up.
I would love for a judge to authorize an inspector to go to the inside and they would change their mind.
Yeah,
The amount of mold in there and things like that it's unsafe.
well, and I don't know that it's so much that is, I think the unsafe structure goes with whether it's going to fall down.
Yeah.
But that's out of my jurisdiction, I don't have any idea.
I mean, most damages that hold the roof and crawl through it onto the roof.
You talk about the one by Jennifer's?
Yes,
It's right there where the V comes down, where you enter the porch. You can actually crawl up out of that hole onto the roof from the inside of the bathroom.
yeah, I just don't know how the law actually reads. I've attempted to read it, but after about 8 pages in of the 15, I don't know what I just read.
Yeah.
So
Not my forte either.
we'll leave that. So what did the health department say?
They wanted to know if anybody was living there, and I told them no. They said as far as they knew, there was no electricity, and I said, no water, nothing. And they wanted to know if I had an address for the person. I said, it's on the Beacon site, that's where we send ours. And they said, okay, that's what we said.
Okay.
So I don't know if they're doing it too, or I don't know.
And then a follow-up on the Van Pelt property over on Pearl and whatever the other street is. He did get that house down, but he hasn't come back to pick up the little pieces of trash. So now we have complaints, of the trash blowing in the yard, or out of that yard into the neighbor's yard. I was in hopes that since it warmed up a little bit, that he would be around to pick everything up or pick some of the stuff up, but he also hasn't mowed yet.
Yeah.
And he did a pretty good job keeping that maintained last year, mowing wise, didn't he?
Required a warning almost every time, but he never got to where he had to have us do it.
Okay. Because I would think that he would do a little bit more to it, or it's gonna be rougher than a column to mow.
We would hope.
So I personally have not contacted Mr. Van Pelt, since he's taken it down. Kind of as a courtesy, I thought we needed to at least wait until it warmed up a little bit and see what he was gonna do. But if it continues on, I'll have to,
I think what you see is what you got.
well, probably, but it's still better than it was.
Well, for one, Oh, never mind, I'll do it then.
This is something I don't know about, I don't know how it works, so any input would be greatly appreciated. We've had a request from a town resident to, put up deaf signs. Because I guess her son has some hearing issues. Does anybody have any idea whether we've done anything like that
Yes, we have.
before?
What was the one we did for the nursing home? Nursing home.
There's two,
Is it blind or deaf down at the nursing home? Deaf. Okay.
and, she wanted to know how she could get those for around hers. And I said it would have to go to the board, and the board would have to approve me buying
Do we still need them?
them.
Okay. We'll just have to check into, what's your guys' thoughts?
Where's it at?
It's Landfill's house.
Hawkins,
Okay.
Zach Hawkins, on the one.
Yeah, Pearl and Madison.
No, Pearl and, yeah, Pearl Madison there.
I was gonna say, it's like, well, no.
Unsafe structures, Pearl and Harrison.
Yeah, yeah. So what's your guys' thoughts on it?
No. I mean, if they gotta get the job, I don't have a problem with it.
So with the way the streets are, would we need one facing each side of Pearl?
I would think,
So 4 signs?
I know you're gonna want at least the opposite side of the road for the way the traffic crosses.
Right, but you would need one for each side of Pearl and one for each side of Madison, right?
It's the most effective because you catch traffic in all both directions. And it's not a curved street like the nursing home was where we get cheated on.
looks like, for about $60 each.
Okay. So Ernie, I have talked with Andy, and he says that that place that you're talking about that needs a grate has the drainage in there. If you want anything more technical, you're gonna have to talk with Andy. But it had something to do with when they dug that up, instead of buying another grate, they just hooked everything into it and has some kind of a cap over it. Do you know anything about it? It's probably not, because it was a Bob deal.
I was standing there when they did it.
Because I talked, after you asked me the last time, I asked Andy about
The drain that sits across the street from me, they unhooked that one. And the surface drain that was down there by where they connected them all together, he done away with that. So now it's caused a big water issue for me.
it. Okay, I'll get with Andy again and have him, if he tells me anything different, I'll have Andy get with you. But he's telling me that those are still all hooked up.
Then why all the water?
I have no idea.
Now, there's a big drain just like it, hooked onto the same system that sits in front of my son Joe's house. And I dug out a 55-gallon drum of trash out of that drain. I got it opened up and it works just fine. And it's hooked into the same ones that are hooked in across the street.
Okay, I will get with Andy again.
Not raining, not a bit. That drain was installed in 1969 by Harold McGinnis. I don't know if you remember Harold McGinnis or not.
That's pretty much
Lived
what
out on 52. So, it was Bill Howe took the elevator over and he had that drain installed and had it hooked up to the other one that's up there by where Otis Purchas's old house is.
Okay. I mean, Andy's the only,
Robin Holly's wife lives.
my next line of questioning or person to contact, I don't have any idea how,
They unhooked them and I want them hooked back up.
And then as far as the junk cars at Wooten's house, you'll have to get with Scott. Because I don't go down the alley, so he would be the one that would. But I thought you stopped doing all that.
So,
He said he was going to start doing that again, so, Brad was, happened to be there today, he was mouthing off about it, and he said that he's got an attorney that he's Clark Hill, and if we have a problem with it, he'll get that attorney on us, because he's gonna start that back up there instead of going out to Dope's place and using that.
Evicted out there.
Either way, I'm just going off what he was saying to Brad and I, he was all about it, he was gonna do what he wanted, nobody was gonna tell him any different, if we tried,
You got a lawyer that hates Clark Hill.
you know.
does he have a salvage license?
Salvage license, he got no business license, that's a residential zone, and he's got everything against him, so I don't know what his attorney's gonna do.
Okay. Kelly, you wanna come up and say why you're here? Do I have to come up?
Supposed to.
Supposed to. Okay.
I can turn around, I can better watch it.
I have a lot. Currently, the way this town has everything set up, I have over 2 acres of property that I own, and I can't do a damn thing with, except let the grass grow. Which you guys are gonna cite me for letting the grass grow. So what am I supposed to do with the farm ground? I want to run a water line from my barn, which if you guys don't know is Wayne Blacker's property. From the barn up to where you used to live on the road, hook up a new water line, which would give the town more money, fence it in and put a couple horses. Dayton says horses are allowed. So if Dayton can have horses, how come Clarksville can't?
That's just, all I can say was that's the ordinance.
They said on the ordinance,
Yes, area planning is okay with it. I talked to them. They don't understand the problem.
Very plainly.
I wanna know why I can't. But I can't do anything. You guys won't even allow me to build on that property. What am I supposed to do with it?
Yeah,
Area planning says you can't put anything else there because there's already a residential home there.
You have to split the property for that.
It is split.
I mean, it's split.
It is being split.
Well, once it's split, then.
Then why can't I have horses? Why are you running a town that needs money that is gonna turn down the water bill and a sewage bill? I mean, seriously, is the town got so much money that they can just throw it away? Because,
This is the first time I've heard of any of this, so.
well, I can guarantee you, I will not be mowing it if I can't do anything with it. And I'll guarantee you, you will be sending out a thing that's gonna tell me I have to mow it, because I won't mow it, and then I'm just gonna bush hog it and let it grow up. Let the trees grow up, let my daughter plant her, put her bars back over there to grow around, so it can look like everybody else's neighborhood around here. Because the town looks like shit.
Amen.
I mean, you
No.
allow the neighbor across
No.
the street to grow all these damn things up and put all this fence to make it look crappy. I'm trying to make the place look nice, and you guys will let me.
All we're stopping you do is with the horse, and that's because the ordinance was already there.
Okay, well, here it is. You've had a horse on that property for the last 34 days, and not one of you even freaking knew it, did you? Not one of you.
I did, and I didn't know that it was gonna be a permanent resident, so.
It is not a permanent resident. He has been moved off to a boarding school.
Yes, okay, well then,
He was there for
Problem
quarantine.
solved. I guess I don't even have to worry about
He
it.
is there for quarantine reasons. But I still don't understand why I can't, because you've got chickens in this town, you've got pigs in this town.
The only pigs that are in this town are potbellies, and they go into houses at night.
Hey, I can raise a damn pig in there and put it in my barn and make my barn look like a house. What do you want?
She's family, so I'm not gonna comment. You guys have to take over.
And for the record, we're not family. I don't care. She fucked me over when my parents died. She can go to hell and back.
No, We're not gonna go
It's
there.
language down to this.
We're not gonna go there.
We are there,
You can be asked to leave too.
I can leave.
Okay.
You know, when somebody comes in through something, I had no idea.
No,
That's the first time I heard of any of that.
As soon as you guys introduced, that's when I made the connection of who it was. I have no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know who it was. And like Carla said, you know, there's the ordinance,
The ordinance says no farm animals.
You really don't want to open that can of worms, do you?
I don't have a farm animal.
No, you have a pet
Yeah,
kid.
he's not a farm animal.
They're domesticated.
Yeah, there's a difference in some animals like that.
I don't know where the chickens are.
I got coyotes out back. Got coyotes.
Oh,
It's your pet, right? Chasing the rats.
Oh, right.
All right.
Oh, geez.
so I need to look at the, history on that address down there. I know that the county ACO was down there for something, and they lied to him at first about the horse. There's something in the notes about it, and there's, I think, even a report on it, so I need to pull that and talk to you guys and share some information too on it. I don't know what all was done, but I do recall vaguely about a lie being told and then finally admitting it, and I think there was some issues with the attitude and things like that with him too. It's all public information, so I'm happy to pull it and share it, so.
Just don't share it with me.
That's up to you, I mean, I would share it with board members, I mean, that's,
You can share it with the people who can make the decision, but I feel like since we have the same parents,
yes.
apparently we're not family anymore, but we have the same parents that I don't feel like I should.
And you're right, you should stay from it, stay out of it, you know. They can vote, and she can be the break or whatever, so.
You said I don't want to do it.
Now, there's choices.
Wayne, your dad, has done a lot of work around this town for this town. He
That
dug
doesn't
up
get
a
him a free
lot
pass,
in the past, yeah.
but it doesn't give somebody a free pass.
Yeah.
That's the first time I think I've ever.
Sorry.
Where's that located?
At the end of White, West Street.
Last time I left.
I'm trying to figure out where she lives.
I'll let you.
If you take White Street,
Basically.
if you take White Street straight down, it's the last house.
It just has not been a good situation there for months and months. I mean, we've had dog issues between two neighbors, a horse now, I mean, it's only escalating.
Well, let's not forget others.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on because I'm gonna be in trouble for saying something I should say. Do you guys have anything else?
Yes. Why can't we do something about the trashiness of this town? I can't look out but one window at my home and see anything clean.
Well, unfortunately, as much as I would love to be able to go into the people's houses and.
No, this is
out of them,
outside.
I know, but we can't control everything. Now, the one neighbor, I think is a temporary situation.
I don't.
I think they're in the process of getting everything moved around and remodeling the inside of the house, and I'm kind of giving them the benefit of the doubt that they're gonna have that cleaned up at some point. You know,
Okay, across the street, behind me, the house was condemned for 10 damn years before it was even torn down. Nothing gets done. If it was our house and all these different cars, I thought everything had to be licensed. You know, if you're gonna go and bid, I have no problem with people getting second jobs, jumping to feed their kids or anything. We've all been there, we've had to do the best we can, but this is getting ridiculous. In fact, my end of town, I'd rather have the horse than my end of town. You have to drive in and see
Oh,
that.
I know it's there.
I mean, it does not go away.
Yeah.
It's just pure trashiness.
The house across the street, the mobile home across the street from you is the one I'm assuming that you're discussing.
It's on the list,
Yeah.
but everybody's house is getting that way. I mean, every porch is now a shed.
Like her house is here.
And it just gets, I mean, everybody, there's got to be rules about how your property looks.
I know, area plan, put a lien on Tom and Eva made those house, a year and a half ago or whatever, because somebody made a complaint to area plan about the mess that was there, that was bending stuff. And Tom then made him clean it up, because that was a $10,000 lien that was gonna stay on their house, and could cause them to lose their house eventually. So I know that there's potential, I just don't know what area plan would do. I know.
But
they
we
say-
as a town should do something. There should be some courtesy. You should go by and say you see it on the board and start out with even things in their mailbox. Just something.
Yeah. Have you talked with the people across the street?
No, I have to live there.
Yeah.
I have enough trouble worrying if
There is
people on
foul
my
mouth
porch
as the
at
people
night.
we just asked for.
do what?
There is foul mouth as the people we just asked for.
They're found now.
Yeah.
Bad language.
Bad language.
Well, I know what found out means, I believe me. But,
But it has to be somebody other than me. I can turn the people in.
no, but I don't, can't, if you see it, can't you issue something to be done?
Do we have anything, I mean, you can look.
You can have 9 vehicles, I couldn't have vehicles at my house when my daughter got married. But we can have 7 to 9 vehicles in your yard? Just pull in haphazard?
But they're not there the whole time, are they? They're just there during the
Yes,
day.
there's 7 to 9 every day.
They have been.
7 to 9 a day.
We're talking about the mobile home?
No,
No, I think they're talking about Rain's old house.
I mean,
Yeah, and they all run and move.
I mean, none of us are like overly wealthy, but you try to keep up what you've got.
What's your suggestion?
There needs
I'm
to be,
totally open to
there
suggestions.
needs to be letters issued, certified so they know you got it. Fines, collect the fines. After you get so many citations and you go to court, there's gotta be a protocol. If you lived in Lafayette, if your tree branches are hanging too long, you get in trouble. That's the God's honest truth.
Well, when you get up every day and you look at 3 sides of your house and it's trash 3 sides of your house, there's nobody would like it.
Oh, and I get it. I totally get it. I drive Main Street or White Street in and out of town. I totally get it. I just don't know how to fix it.
But we've gone through the ordinance thing, we've got ordinance because he's issued stuff before. But dropping off a
I
letter
have on vehicles,
dropping off a letter telling people to clean up, it doesn't do any good. And no offense, Woo's no different. So if they get away with it, I see where he's coming from.
That might be something to ask the town attorney, if you feel about.
It's getting bad. We all have hard times, you may not get things done, on your property as fast as maybe you need to, but this is just downright ridiculous. And I got some more things while I'm on one. Okay, we asked for a long time ago, we had the sign and it was taken down. I'm not talking about anybody's characteristics of being a mother or sister or brother or anything. But there's gonna be some kids killed this year if we don't at least put a stop sign back up down there. I'm telling you. There is going to be a kid killed.
Rachel Henderson.
Huh?
Rachel Henderson, the
Yes.
trailer. I've had a couple conversations with her and they did not go well. She argues with me that her kids don't do what I say they do. I said, I've seen it. I probably got dash cam of it at one point or another.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about, like I said, it's not about her as a mother. I mean, I can't talk about anybody as a mother. But what I'm saying is, just for safety purposes, at least feel like you acted on it. Somebody,
Sitting there now. I complained about that. But sitting there, you don't see how many cars come to a street out there in the middle of the street, get out of the car, chew the kids out. This is constant, just constant. And no one's gonna slow down till they get a stop sign or something there. Just common sense. They've been doing it ever since I moved here when I was 13. That's been in drag race. Well, it so happens now, you got all these little kids that sit and their yard is what, 12 foot from the road. You're not gonna keep them in.
there's at least 12 to 15 kids in that trailer park,
Oh, yeah.
and somebody's gonna get hurt.
Unfortunately, I don't see a stop sign really solving the problem.
That's not gonna stop the problem of the kids playing in the street, but at least will slow some adults down. You just need to there needs to be something there to slow them down. The teenage kids are in the street. The kids are in the street everywhere you look. But that through there, and I'm sure there's other places here in town that are drag races. This is one of them.
Turn down every time.
Sounds like a police issue to me.
Sounds like.
Well, but I mean, I just like to see if it's saving one of the kids, just one. These are little, I can't help where they play.
Whenever, I don't know how long you guys had, because this was before they had that stop sign there by the trailer park.
It was there like,
I couldn't tell you how many times I drove past it because I didn't know what to say. So
So
a stop sign
it's-
is not gonna fix the problem.
no,
Parents need to be parents, and drivers with license need to pay attention to where they're driving.
well, I'm gonna tell you one thing, if a child gets hit, regardless of who the parent is, I will testify that we brought this to your attention, because that is sad, if a life is lost.
So do you want a stop sign at every intersection? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not, I mean, I know I probably sound ridiculous, but I see it so much, I'm just trying to save one child's life. In fact, one of the cars that it would slow down is one that lives there.
That probably wouldn't slow her down or head down or whoever the hell it was.
But you,
Well, if
I
the
know, I
stop
come down
sign
the
is there
road.
long enough,
yeah,
I come down the
But I
road
mean,
every day and
I
I'm
just
always
worry
slow,
about-
just because.
That's why I get down there and have conversations, Rachel. It was brought to my attention by multiple people, and I went down there and had conversations with her. She basically tells me in the end where I can go.
well,
I'm saying basically.
But most
She
of
can
the
help me
time,
do that.
Rachel's not even home. But it's not fair for the 14-year-old to be responsible for 9, I mean, it's sad. It is so sad.
9 kids. It's a lot.
Just as a preventing thing. Yeah, I know it's not gonna probably stop it, but maybe the one that it did stop, you know, with,
Yeah.
No, we can maybe put up
we've got the signs and they took it down.
I think maybe we can put up slow children at play signs up, you know.
Well, that's better than nothing. I think that for right now.
You know,
But do you see what it's just like, it's gonna happen. So help me, it's gonna happen.
so, all right, what else we got?
Clarksville.
Well, when he's not here, after we all had young kids, we all had people who rode go-karts and everything else, but I mean, it's another thing. And people's now even coming, I live with my doors locked, well, that's because my door will open, my dog will get out, but, I mean, there's people on my porch. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. Because I will not go out there and yell and rant and rave because I don't want them to know I'm afraid of them.
If you got people on your porch, then you need to call the county. Just call 911 and tell them you've got people on your porch.
Well, I mean, it's just getting ridiculous.
That's the way you handle that, though. When you got people on your property that don't belong, you call, and if I'm on, they send me, if not, they send the county deputy.
Bev, I agree with you on most of the stuff you said, but like Sherry said, I don't think it's really a sign problem or, I think it's more of a people problem. You know, the people driving through there, I mean, everybody in town knows that that's a bad area to drive through because of the kids. And I'm not saying, you know, that there may be something we can do or, you know, people we can talk to try to change it or something. But I think most of it is just a people problem.
I'll agree it's a people problem. It's a two-sided people problem. One's the white kids and the ones that speed out there. And at least the freaking stop sign will slow them down. They'll get used to it just like they got used to the one down here. The one going out of town that wasn't ever there. I don't know how many times I run until I noticed them. But then you get used to stopping there. A stop is all it's going to take. And I've had the cops out there numerous times, and they comment on that, how they run that street out there all the time. They can't stand out there 10 minutes and not notice somebody zooming up the street. When a lousy little stop sign.
Are you saying that the police are there watching them speed?
When they're out
They
there
already
on they're out there on another call, and maybe they're dealing with whoever over there. But they'll come over to the house. I've had them at the house numerous, and they'll look around and say, well, that guy's speeding. Well, they can tell her speeding, I can tell her speeding. He's here on this call, he don't have a gun, one of those speed guns to run out there and say you're speeding. They'll fight the ticket and win.
But at least pull them over and talk to them.
Well, they're in the middle of something, mainly they're not. They're already gone by then. And I just stayed and always thought it's a good place for a stop sign to slow people down.
We hear you loud and clear. It's time to move on to something else. Do you guys have anything else other than stop sign? Okay, Clark, do you want to bring us up to date on the?
Yeah. So, I've been working on this pickleball court project in the park. It will go where the old set of swings is. I've got some estimates here. Everything's coming in under budget. When I say under budget, for a total of $30,000 you guys have to work with. As it stands, with all the concrete work, 4-foot fence all the way around it, commercial grade fencing, 2 gates. This is with the net and the court paint and all that. You're looking at about $43,000. So with that said, and I've also got stuff today, I've got information on this. I think you're gonna have enough money to do it all. That's like outdoor gazebo or shelter or something. So, I'm still waiting on one estimate to come in from another concrete guy, but I don't know he's gonna beat this one. He is local, he's over by Stockwell, but I still wanna get that other one I'm waiting on, just to see what. So, first estimates I got, this guy, Brown, he was looking at almost $30,000 just for the concrete and then fence. So, as you can tell, this is a complete package. And that's with me doing the rest of the work at no cost. So, the fencing, concrete, will be done by somebody else. And the rest of it will be done by me and these 2 young ladies right here. Probably should have. So, But I think we need to, I think that needs to be, completed first before, you bite off some type of shelter. Because you never know what kind of those prices are gonna have.
Right.
So with that, we get the swing set out ourselves, take it apart, where it can be stored, but then you probably hang on to it. Maybe for future use, maybe not, if you don't want to. And then the existing mulch in there, we can haul it out, they're getting rid of that stuff, the mulch itself, that's a big savings. And therefore, whoever's doing concrete doesn't have to haul
So we're taking the swings out,
it off. The whole set.
the old set. Cause that's about the only thing that the bigger kids get at.
So on this, I'm not sure, probably maybe have Diane, if you would call and get clarification. I don't know if there's any permitting needs to happen on that.
No,
I don't think
I
so,
don't
because
think
it's
so.
the
On
town.
concrete and
Right.
fencing, it'll be well off the street. So,
There would be on the gazebo. There would be on the gazebo.
that just set it, just to set it. It's not the building.
Oh,
It's already, it'll be delivered, set out.
I think it might be if it was on a residential property, but since it's town property.
we're building
Like
it.
a shed. You don't build it for a on that,
Well,
unless you build it.
and because that's the railroad, technically the railroad still owns that strip.
But also too, it's also considered temporary structure because when you move it, it's on skid.
That's the key to it. It's permanently fixed, if it's permitted.
And I'll leave this book with you, but, you can pick all your own colors. If they don't have something on the block you like, it can be built custom. And so if you did find something on the lot you like, they told me it's like 3 weeks probably for delivery. So, I mean, they got some really cool stuff here. Like I say, you got the gazebos, depends on what size you want, depends on the price. And what I was looking at, I think would be most practical, in my opinion, would be something simple.
Yeah.
And like, for instance, this one here, the 10 by 16 is $5,000. So, I think 30 grand is the money you got, take it easy.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Okay, Kathy, you got anything for us? No, thank you. Scott, anything new?
Grass mowing will start going out soon.
Now, don't we have an ordinance on people blowing grass in the streets out?
No.
No?
Overgrowth, height, nuisance plants, noxious plants, like poison ivy stuff, I mean, any of that type of stuff, that we don't have anything about blowing into the streets.
I think there's an Indiana law on that. I think I heard a couple of years ago when they were talking about that there's an Indiana law on blowing grass.
I'm thinking you might be right, because there was something, got to be such a safety hazard with bikes.
I'm sure they can look into what that law was, I know there was something done about it. I kept thinking it was highways, but I don't know if it was towns and cities or not.
Well,
State statute.
the reason I have that trailer down there, Cabby Corner from the fire station, they got grass on the street this far,
Oh, yeah.
and that deep. I mean, it's just like a,
They kept pushing it out to the streets like they did.
yeah, they started at the trailer and just kept blowing all that grass out, now it's, I mean, it's. Well, I was mowing today and I drove past it and I'm like, maybe I just drop the blade and blow it back up in the yard.
Wait a minute, no, you said you was mowing today?
Yeah.
You didn't finish?
His house is on that.
Mine hadn't been.
I got a full property going on.
I mowed this lot today.
This one?
All right.
Sheila hasn't got around to ours yet.
She's gonna keep you back.
All right, does anybody have anything else?
She's not my boss.
Yes, she is.
All right, things are progressing with the sewer plant, the funding and everything. We signed more papers that had to be submitted by April 1st. For, I think it was that SRF loan, I don't know, there's so many of them that I lost track of which ones I'm signing and which ones, that were, but it's for one of the loan or grants. But they suggested that we pay off the sewer loan that we have remaining. And it was under $5,000. So do you guys have any objections? Do we have the money to be able to pay it off? But they said it might work better for the letters.
You could give a figuring out or something.
Do you know which letters they are that this runs for? But they said it would be in our favor to have that loan paid off.
When is the grant consideration?
I think we're supposed to know what's going on by September.
I don't know, it was in July.
Well, they may have the part of it, but I thought by September we would know it all, But yes, you're right, part of this, whatever these letters are for, I think, July. But I believe we're supposed to have all of our funding to know how it's gonna happen by September. And I think they're still planning on starting like next spring. That all the permits and everything will all be hit. And it might even be earlier, the timing, I might have the timing off. All right, if nobody has anything else, I make a motion to adjourn. I need you guys all to sign both sets of these.
That's just the next one, that's just Shin's.
Okay.